22nd of August 2025. My name is Patricia Lokoma Mpango, and this is your lunchtime news. As we delve into the technicalities, Christians have been urged to embrace politics and support government programs aimed at improving livelihoods. Now, this call was made by leaders from the Pentecostal churches under the umbrella body, the National Fellowship of Born-Again Pentecostal Churches of Uganda, during their annual leadership conference in Kampala.
The leaders under their umbrella National Fellowship of Born-Again Pentecostal Churches of Uganda highlighted the importance of government initiatives such as the Parish Development Model and the Myoga, urging Christians to leverage these programs to improve their communities.
I will implore the country and everyone to be involved into what the government is establishing, like in the PDM and other programs. Please kindly, church, be involved and be beneficiaries of those programs because they're benefiting us. And don't be left behind saying that they are beneficiaries behind there. We are not entitled. We are part of Ugandans.
Bishop Sekate Moses of Jericho Breakers Ministries encouraged born-again Christians to participate in the ongoing political season and take up leadership roles at various levels.
When it comes to the political arena, I would like to advise our politicians that have been called in that field, that as you are standing for positions in the political circle, that go there with the aim, with an intention of being a servant leader. When you involve yourself into many activities that you'd like the community to be involved in, you will win many people's hearts. The votes that you are seeking for do not come from their hands. Votes come from the heart. That's where choices are made from. So show them how to do it and be part of them.
Apostle Robert Kasaija of Redeemed of the Lord Evangelist Church called on leaders to lead by example and avoid unnecessary competition between churches.
Obuweereza si bwaffe era buli ayitibwa abaana okumanya nti obuweereza eri Katonda. Ng'era bw'obeera n'abakozi, wabeerawo manager bw'akuwa omulimu wadde ng'olina ebisaanyizo oba olina okuba nga otuukiriza ebyo ye by'ayagala.
Other Pentecostal leaders who attended the conference promised to put into practice what they have learned.
The believers, I will say the Pentecostal believers, wherever they are, it's okay to participate in politics. I don't see any danger with that. Even also if we're politicians, spiritual politicians, we believe we have a king of kings, and we are his ambassadors. We proclaim the kingdom of God. I'm appealing to all the Ugandans. We can do our politics quietly, politely, and respecting each other. Let us listen to each other's views, ideologies. It's up to us to decide which way to take.
Over 200 Pentecostal church leaders attended the conference. Story compiled by Deborah Namamonde and Viola Nansubuga.
Now, Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited has launched the Wait It Is a campaign in Kampala Metropolitan, which gives a chance to illegal connections streamline their power consumption. Ever since the opening of this window, the utility has received over 6,000 applications, where 80% are from Kampala Metropolitan.
On the July 23, 2025, Uganda Electricity Distribution Company Limited commenced with the Wait It Is a campaign, which gives a window to illegal connections to apply for amnesty to streamline their power consumption.
Kampala and the metropolitan areas, mainly covering Natete, Wandegea, area offices, and the surrounding, Kabaladala, Mukono, and Nangulari. So we encourage our customers in those areas to participate and register themselves accordingly.
Ever since the beginning of the campaign, over 6,000 have applied, where 80% are within Kampala, which warrants agent sensitization.
Imagine, out of the 6,000, more than 1,200, they are from one day. Let me say, people of one day, they've repented, they've seen the light. So, that's very good.
The utility company highlights on the cost of illegal connections and power theft, which include, among others, transformer crashing and persistent load shedding.
Energy loss, 1% energy loss costs us $7 million per annum, an equivalent of about 21 billion and above. So the impact of stealing electricity affect the country and even affect the tariff land.
The window for this amnesty is expected to close by 30th of September 2025, and the utility company, in collaboration with security agencies, will launch operations to crack down on unscrupulous people engaging in power theft and any kind of illegal connections.
Now, in an inspiring blend of creativity and advocacy, the African Health Grid Foundation, led by Philip Andrew Mwebeze, is pioneering a new approach to health education by harnessing the power of art to build a health literate community of young people by engaging them in vital conversations around mental health, climate change.
The African Health Grid Foundation is a youth-led organization that champions health literacy through advocacy, gamified learning, creative storytelling, and innovation. We aim to build a health literate community of young people. For this specific summit, we have over 26 grassroots organizations that are youth-led, and the motive of the summit is to create a dialogue, to show how art can be incorporated into creating a health literate community through health communication. That's through music, that's through drawing, that's through art therapy, that's through art community theater, all these methods.
The most important thing about this summit is that we are bringing minds together of young people to actually talk about how we can solve the different needs in our communities. Personally, in the sexual reproductive health rights community or initiative, it is important for me to know that people need to embrace the art of storytelling, health communication, because there are things that art speaks that are the things that community people cannot speak out into table. We are trying to understand how can we make policies that help our young people speak up and seek help, that give them safety, that give them safe spaces. We have people who are living with mental health illnesses that have been isolated and stigmatized in society, and they can't be in society because society tends to think that anytime now they are a danger to other people.
Thank you very much.
Now, government through the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries has signed a memorandum of understanding with Trafficking Fertilizers Uganda Limited to begin manufacturing organic fertilizers locally. Permanent Secretary Retired Major General David Kasura signed on behalf of government, while investor Adrian represented Intracom.
Uganda is among Africa's leading food producers with staples like maize, cassava and bananas. But the rapid depletion of soil nutrients threatens this position.
Right Honorable Prime Minister, agriculture in Uganda really requires us to improve the fertility of our soils. This is why we are here.
To address the challenge, government has partnered with Trafficking Fertilizers Uganda Limited, which will establish a factory in Kampiringisa in Mpigi district to manufacture organic fertilizers. The Prime Minister Robin Anabanja witnessed the signing and revealed that government has allocated 100 acres of land in Kampiringisa for the factory, along with other amenities.
Minister of Lands, Housing and Urban Development should expedite the process of leasing the land to Chiga's Adrian. The Minister of Works and Transport, Minister of Water and Environment, Minister of ICT and National Guidance, Energy and Mineral Development should prepare the site and avail the necessary amenities.
The factory is expected to create jobs and reduce the high cost of imported fertilizers.
There should be no doubt in anybody's mind. The land is available, the investment is available. Within 18 months, we are going to have organic fertilizers in Uganda. So the coffee industry, the tea industry, the Benazis, all the cattle keepers who are growing grass for cows, and all the farmers are going to have something to add to their soil so that it becomes more productive.
It is an organo mineral which we are going to use from the resources which are going to come from Uganda. The investment worth for the whole project is going to take 180 million USD.
The factory's main raw material will be cow dung, supplemented by locally abundant phosphate and other inputs.
Cow dung now is going to become like a gold. The Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries should organize farmers in the cattle corridor through parish circles to supply cow dung to the factory.
I'm very happy that what we have been requesting now is no longer doing. I'm very happy for that. And I can assure you that what we have signed today, I will make it happen.
The Prime Minister has called for a multi-sectoral approach to support the successful establishment of the factory. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
In a bid to reduce maternal deaths, health workers have received training on new drugs for managing childbirth complications. But despite the progress, midwives say challenges remain, from delayed supplies to gaps in documentation.
Nurses and midwives in Isingiro, Yumbe, Madiokolo and Telego districts have been trained on administering new uteronic drugs to curb postpartum hemorrhage, the leading cause of maternal deaths. Trainers noted that while the sessions boosted skills, some midwives and nurses struggle to adapt to the new medicines. Persistent challenges such as mix-up of uteronics and poor documentation continue to undermine accountability.
Not had any maternal death related to excessive bleeding after birth, and personally, as somebody who has been using these new products, I want to request and encourage Ministry of Health to help us in delivering these drugs to the health facilities so that our mothers can be saved. While we used these drugs, the main challenge that we faced was the stock out. We got small supply which was used up, and at that time that's when we experienced a surge of postpartum hemorrhage cases. So if this can be resolved, then it will be helpful.
Midwives cited delays in supply distribution by the national medical stores and called for wider training to equip more healthy workers with the necessary skills. A commissioner in the Ministry of Health's Department of Nurses and Midwives pledged government's support to address these concerns.
And of course, there are some other few challenges which they have expressed, because this is a new drug, so there is still usage is still not very welcome by some other stakeholders, especially some midwives, because they are used to oxytocin. Nevertheless, we have done capacity building and there is mentorship which are ongoing to build their capacity. But as they started, they have now gained confidence in using these two medicines, currently depending on the magnitude of the excessive bleeding which this mother express also comes with. And then, of course, another challenge is that these two drugs are still not available in the amount which is required.
I'm Bantu Machabe Semambo for UBC.
The Uganda Bouncers Association is raising concerns over what is called government neglect. The association says despite efforts to seek support, they have not received the help they were promised from the Ministry of Gender. Let's see more in this report.
Formed to professionalize private security in the entertainment industry, the group believed strengthening their circles would improve welfare and restore order in nightlife security.
Banga emyaka esatu nga sako eri awo naye nga tefunangako buyambi kuva eri government, kuva eri ministry. Ekintu ekyo si kirungi. So ministry mutuyambe, musupportinge sako z'abakanyama, bannaffe basobole okubaako bye beekolera ng'abantu abalala bonna abayambibwa mu ggwanga.
Association leader Wumal Bulega says the lack of financial support has left many of its members jobless, with some resorting to informal work to survive.
So n'olwekyo tukusaba Jeno olw'okuba nti lipooti eyo yakomawo mu maaso go, omukulu gwe watukwasa tafunanga kuddibwamu, ffe tuli awo tulinga bakyetwala mu ggwanga kyokka ng'ate tugenda mu kalulu ka pulezidenti.
And we have a recommendation that the bouncers fall under the Ministry of Gender and Culture. But up to now, we don't know exactly where we fall. We call upon Ministry of Gender also to inquire us or to have a gathering with us so that we can know the exact article where we fall.
The association has expressed willingness to work with the president in political campaigns if their concerns are addressed. The Ministry of Gender has not yet commented on the matter.
Now, tree planting is a crucial step in restoring the natural balance and promoting biodiversity. The Namulanda Bade Group, in conjunction with the Frankenstein Committee of the Capuchin Fathers of St. Padre Pio Shrine near Alcrite City, have partnered with Centenary Bank to plant trees in several schools along Entebbe Highway.
Big thing about the MTN Super. Wali yakapia musite wali yakapia. MTN kabo de super mustairompia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi akabibiona. MTN kabo de super mustairompia. Then you kabo de smartphone nebi akabibiona.
Get the new Kabode Super smartphone and enjoy 16 GB free. Start with a deposit of only 45,000 Uganda shillings and pay the rest mpola in daily installments of less than 1K. You can also make weekly and monthly installments. Together, our vibes are unstoppable. Terms and conditions apply.
MTN.
MTN is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the rider selection campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
You got us on your wallet. Bobby, again, what's the drama?
Drama? Colleagues, elections for special interest groups are calling. SIGs, elections, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time to vote for our leaders, June through August. From village to parish to district to nationals, youth, PWDs, elderly. It's time, go vote your leaders. No! FOB! Elections are supposed to be peaceful. Easy vote, okay?
Youth, elderly, and persons with disabilities. It's time to choose our leaders. Let's show up and participate in the special interest group elections. Starting June through August this year. Your vote, your voice. My vote, my voice. This message is brought to you by the Uganda Electoral Commission.
Diseases like mpox can catch anyone, and when treated by qualified health workers, patients fully recover. However, it is important to know that survivors are not carriers. Welcome them home with open arms and support them to start life afresh. Truly, they need your support and compassion.
Always remember to seek guidance from the nearest health facility on how to support survivors to resettle well in the community.
For more information about mpox, call the Ministry of Health toll-free line on 0800 1066 or send a free SMS to YouReport on 8500. This message is brought to you by the Ministry of Health
with support from UNICEF, WHO,
and its partners.
Hello, Kampala, Uganda. In response to the national call of strengthening the traffic security, Good Products Group HGO brand has officially launched the Rider Selection Campaign. Registration is now open. Visit www.riders.hgo.com. Complete your registration now for a chance to win exciting prizes including motorcycles, exclusive HGO gift boxes, and official rider vests, all while promoting safe riding awareness. This is how to participate. Pay the registration fee, invite 3 friends to form a team of 4, and your registration fee will instantly be refunded. Begin your journey of honor today. Don't miss this opportunity. Join the challenge, promote road safety, and become a pioneer rider. For details, visit the official Good Products website at www.hgo.com or call toll-free 0800-335-555 or visit our offices at Kingdom Kampala 3rd floor to register now and win prizes worth millions.
In our next segment, we'll look at child trafficking, where in a Park district in Karamoja has today commemorated the World Day for Child Trafficking with a call to parents not to allow anyone to take their children. According to leaders, the district has the highest percentage of children on the streets of Kampala.
The statistics shows that a total of over 15,000 children are trafficked. This is an organized crime which we must fight against. I want to thank the authorities of Napak District Local Government, the district leaders, the members of parliament, together with our development partners who are working hard day and night to ensure that the child trafficking are reduced. And they have gone far by mobilizing close 592 former street children who are on the streets of Kampala. And they have returned them. They are now being rehabilitated.
We would like to thank the government of Uganda. We would like to call upon the local government of Napak to adopt 30th July as an advocacy day against child trafficking and all the violations that come with the vice in the district.
Children have been taken as commodities that expire, and they wish to sell them quickly. So that's why it's very wrong. There is nowhere a human being must be sold.
90% of the children living in the street hail from my district. And so a day such as this is a day for raising awareness to the public, to the parents, to the community, that it is dangerous to allow your child being taken by somebody away from you.
No more to child trafficking.
And with Green Environment Fund support is aimed to improve sustainable cultivation of shea nut trees in northern Uganda to conserve natural resources. The Ministry of Water and Environment and Africa Innovation Initiative, AFRI-2, have secured $8.5 million to promote tree regeneration specifically for the shea nut tree.
Trees primarily found in northern and northeastern Uganda are a significant source of livelihoods used for cooking, cosmetics, and traditional medicine. The increasing demand for land for agricultural activities, tree cutting for charcoal burning, and unsustainable harvesting practices pose a threat to this tree species.
Because studies have proven that it produces the best charcoal with a high calorific value. So charcoal is one of the biggest threats.
Government has secured $8.5 million to support sustainable conservation of the shea landscape in northern Uganda, indicating hope for sustainable practices.
This is a very timely project given that the shea tree, especially in northern Uganda, went under wanton destruction, and we lost quite a big chunk of acreage of the trees that naturally grew in these areas to charcoal. So this is very timely, and it is going to restore the ecosystem, and we are also going to expand, and we are going to put money into the hands of the local people, because shea nut, together with its oil, it is food, it is medicine, it is cosmetic, name it. So it is really one of the very high value crops that we are blessed with as a country.
For starters, the program will be piloted in 4 districts of Otuke, Agago, Padel, and Kitgum.
When we succeed in the pilot districts and when we are through with the pilot, we are now going to scale the project to cover the entire shea belt that starts from Teso and goes across up to West Nile. And this project is also aimed at putting money in the hands of the household. And we are working together with the Minister of Local Government, the Minister of Agriculture, the Minister of Trade, the people, the communities involved there, civil society organizations, the academia, the entire spectrum. So this is really an integrated project that we are implementing.
So the good thing from the very beginning of the project design, we have the local communities on board, we have the communities who are benefiting the different livelihoods. But what is most important and is key that I could advise is to tap into the knowledge of the cultural leaders, the indigenous knowledge, because this tree has existed in this northern Uganda, in Nacholi, in Lango, and bits of Teso, and a little bit of Karamoja. It has existed before.
Bernard Fungo from Africa Innovation Initiative, AFRI, suggests practical methods towards the conservation drive.
Integrating these trees in the existing farming systems could be one way because naturally people don't plant shea, they only harvest what exists, but we can encourage them to integrate it in their croplands, so that not only should we rely on existing trees, but also have those that we are planting in our gardens.
The 2024 Uganda Bureau of Statistics report shows a 3.2% population increase in Acholi and 2.3% increase in Lango, highlighting the need for alternative livelihood programs to boost the conservation drive. Dorcas Kimono, UBC News.
Now back to the tree planting story, where a crucial step in restoring natural balance and promoting biodiversity. Well, let's hear more in this report.
Community Spirit and Environment Stewardship Franciscan Community of the Capuchin Fathers of St. Padre Pio Shrine, Kabulamuliro, the Namulanda Buddy groups of Rotary have joined efforts to launch tree planting initiative to schools on Entebbe Highway.
We are concerned about the environment because the trees are being cut down, and also the children are falling sick. Actually, we are emphasizing planting herbal trees and mosquito repellent trees, so that at least the children don't get malaria easily.
As we are building our concrete walls and buildings that may look and seem beautiful, that may seem like it's a development, we are destroying habitats for other animals that God ensured that we look after. So that also is a cause for Mother Nature to cry.
The bank manager or team leader, Centenary Bank, Kauku branch, Rotarian Joseph Mobiru, Nsubuga Salongo says the bank is proud to be associated with missions to restore Mother Nature.
We are promoting the activity of conserving the environment, more especially of growing trees, purposely because the environment supports the community where we live. From the community, we get food, we get water, we get money.
Franciscan Committee of the Capuchin Fathers of St. Padre Pio Shrine have so far planted 40,000 tree seedlings, and the partnership with Centenary Bank, with a boost of 2 million shillings, is to add 1,000 trees to the forest cover.
We, the church, we take on that mission, and the special way we as the Franciscans, Capuchins, with St. Francis, the love of nature, we take on this mission and make sure that nature, who is our mother, may do the best possible as we take care of her.
Father Sekulima says restoration of the degraded Mother Nature is a wake-up call for a greener future and sustainable livelihood.
My humble request and encouragement is that all of us leaders of the church, we should never fear. We should open our eyes and listen with our ears to the nature crying, "Save me."
The project is intended to enhance increased partnerships in environmental management and conservation through planting trees by the selected Entebbe Road clubs through a buddy group from each club. The involvement of schools in this initiative is significant in enlightening of students with the role of environment conservation and sustainability.
So we are encouraging planting of trees to modify the climate of the area, to increase on formation of rainfall in the area.
And before we sign out, let's head into the sports segment where Uganda Breweries Limited, through its Johnny Walker brand, has signed a professional golfer Ronald Rugumayo as a brand partner, as we hear more in this report.
The partnership comes just days before Rugumayo features in the professional category at the Johnny Walker Uganda Open Golf Championship, with players competing for 150 million shillings at the Lugazi Hills Golf and Country Club.
Excited today as we unveiled our newest walker to the Johnny Walker family. He is the newest member of the team, this amazing team that is taking the mantra of keep walking forward. So as a brand, we represent progress in everything that we do, in every aspect of life. We are a brand that represents progress, courage, resilience. So every step that you make as a person in your individual life, in your professional life, we see it and we celebrate it. So today we are celebrating Rugumayo, who is our newest walker. And there couldn't be a better time for us to unveil him than at this moment as we kick off the journey of the Johnny Walker Uganda Golf Open Championship 2025. So in terms of timing, perfect fit.
Rugumayo says the one-year package will inspire him to success at this year's championship.
This partnership really means a lot to me. As we all know, golf is such an expensive sport. But besides that, this partnership means a lot to me, not because of what presents to my career, but because I genuinely respect what John Walker stands for, which is progress. And we have that same mindset, we share the same mindset, so it really means a lot to me.
The championship tees off this Friday with the Seniors Open, followed by the Ladies Open on August 28th till 30th, and the Amateur Open from September 3rd to 6th. The championship-themed bold flavor in full swing will climax with the Professional Open, where Rugumayo makes his debut under the Johnny Walker brand.
And that's all we had time for. Thank you once again for choosing us. My name is Patricia Lukoma Mpango. Let's meet again at 8 and 10.
CHAN is more than just a tournament. It's proof that dreams born on fields like this can lead to something bigger.
To me, it's a very great opportunity because I'll get a chance to see other outside country players, and also CHAN is promoting local players, whereby I dream of being one of them in next generation.
Playing with my colleagues, it is so interesting because when I look at them, they also have a dream like me. They're also chasing their dreams, so they're always serious when they come in the pit. They also give me that challenge. So I believe if I keep on working with them, if we keep on pushing as a team, one day we are going to achieve our dream.
Many of these players know that CHAN has been a launchpad for others before them. Players who also started out in grassroots football just like this. You can feel the energy right here on this dusty pitch where raw talent meets big dreams. For these young players, CHAN isn't just a tournament on TV. It's something they now picture themselves a part of. And with Uganda hosting players, CHAN isn't just a tournament on TV. It's something they now picture themselves a part of. And with Uganda hosting, there's real motivation out here that one day, one of them could wear the national jersey. Their coach, Juma Sechizivu, says the tournament is already reshaping how his players see the game and themselves. But challenges off the pitch remain. Many promising players are from poor backgrounds and cannot afford access to formal football academies.
Good players come from poor families, so they can't afford to go to those academies, like as you see Proline. Very many academies that are good, but they are very expensive to join. So if a player is talented, is poor, he cannot join that. So the challenges we get here when they grow up, we take a lot of time to teach them football because they haven't passed through those drills.
CHAN will unite teams from across the continent, all made up of players discovered in their local leagues. And while these university hopefuls won't be on the pitch this year, their focus remains on the future. Because if CHAN can come home, maybe one day, some of these players will achieve their goal of competing at a higher level. Michael Balekesi, GTN, Kampala. Right, and joining me now to unpack how African football can develop structures to enable more players to go professional here on the African continent are from Abuja, Olubunmi Haruna, who is a football coach, CAF instructor, and sports writer. From Johannesburg, South Africa, sports journalist Benjamin Leshoro. And with me here in studio, I'm pleased to welcome Jacob Ghost Mule, who is, of course, the former head coach of the national team here in Kenya, the Harambee Stars. Also joining me in studio, I'm pleased to have the best players of the 2025 Dream Building Service Association football tournament. Welcome everyone to the program.
Thank you.
Right, let's begin the discussion talking about the African Nations Championship. Benjamin, I'll bring you in here in South Africa. What exactly is the African Nations Championship and why is it such an important tournament for African football?
Well, the African Nations Championship, or shortly or colloquially known as CHAN, is a tournament often referred to as the second tier of the African, or the biggest tournament in African football in terms of international football. You know, there's the AFCON, which is the Africa Cup of Nations, and what is considered the second tier is the CHAN tournament. And apart from the obvious purpose of this tournament, which is to get players to showcase their talent and to get eyeballs on them, whether it's scouts, whether it's football fans, talkability basically about their talent, so they can get contracts, big money moves, big money contracts elsewhere away from where they are. It's also considered as a stepping stone to what is considered again, or the so-called A team of their particular national teams, which compete generally in the Africa Cup of Nations. For example, you'd have players now playing in the CHAN tournament, which is currently being held there in East Africa with Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And then players will obviously be hoping to play in the Nations Cup that's coming up later this year in Morocco. I mean, there's only 23 spots generally in any AFCON tournament, so you're hoping that you put in a good enough performance at this tournament to catch the eye of the coach, to say you deserve a ticket to the big one later in the year.
Right. Let me bring in Jacob Ghost Mule here. Ghost, as you've heard Benjamin say there, the tournament is being held here on East African soil, both Kenya, all three nations of Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania hosting for the first time. How would you say the CHAN is going so far for both players and fans, and is the infrastructure holding up?
Well, I'll tell you, it's one of the best experiences that the three countries have had. I'm involved in a different capacity with the tournament, and we have had some very good results from the hosting nation. But in terms of infrastructure, I'll tell you that the CHAN being brought into these three countries has brought a different kind of dimension. I mean, when you look at all the venues for the games, I mean, Amani Stadium in Zanzibar, when you look at Benjamin Mkapa in Dar es Salaam, you look at Mandela Stadium in Uganda, and then you look at Nyayo and Kasarani. For those who have attended Kasarani, it looks like we're in Europe right now. So CHAN has brought a new dimension in terms of infrastructure, and not only that, I mean, the way the culture of football has been in the region, I think is taking a very different dimension. When you look at Harambee Stars playing a game at night, the stadium was packed. It's been a long time since Kenyans and the region has had such kind of an experience.
Right. Olubunmi, let me bring you in here in Nigeria. What exactly is the end goal of a tournament like CHAN? Is it for local players to eventually find themselves in European teams, or is it to develop the local leagues that we have here on the African continent?
I would like to say a big kudos to the host countries, Tanzania, Uganda, and Kenya. They are making Africa really proud. I mean, the facility, the football, is unbelievable what we've seen so far. For Nigeria, if you remember, at some point, majority of the players that play for the Super Eagles of Nigeria are from foreign clubs. And I think CHAN has now provided an opportunity for the locally based players to have a chance to play for the A team, that is the main Super Eagles. If you impress at CHAN, then you have a chance to play at the AFCON proper. Also, with the fact that the head coach at CHAN is also the head coach of the main Super Eagles. So I think it's a big opportunity for the local players who play in the local leagues in Nigeria, to lay a claim to a shirt in the main Super Eagles team.
Right. Let's turn to the development of football here on the African continent. Goes down to bring you in. You, of course, have plenty of experience as a coach. Which African country